নমস্কার and welcome back. সারেঙ্গীর সুরের মায়া এতটাই ছিল যে আমরা ঘড়ির দিকে তাকাতে ভুলে গেছিলাম সবাই, শুধু আমরা নয়, আমাদের দর্শক যারা ছিলেন তারাও ভুলে গিয়েছিলেন। আর পরের সেশনের জন্য যারা তৈরি হয়ে বসেছিলেন তারাও ভুলে গিয়েছিলেন। কিচ্ছু করার নেই, সঙ্গীত জিনিসটাই তো এরকম, তাই না? এত মায়া, এত ভালোবাসা সুরের মধ্যে। We are back again with a different kind of talk and music. This time I have Bharatnatyam dancer who is born and brought up in a different country, not in India, but still she's maintaining her Guru Shishya Parampara journey with her Guru. I have Rivonia Goswami with me from Manchester.
Hello.
Hello Rivonia, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Not bad. I'm looking forward to see you dance. And we are lucky to have Rivonia's guru with us today, Nritya. Hello, Nritya.
Namaste, Namaskaram.
Nritya Rammohan, she is a guru who teaches, who also does her own performance, but we have her here as a guru of Rivonia Goswami. I also have Duti Chakraborty from Calcutta.
Hello.
Hello, Duti. So we have Duti's mother, Bipasha Chakraborty, with us. So it's all about Guru Shishya Parampara, how a guru is encouraging her student and how a mother is encouraging her daughter. So this is the topic today. So I would like to start with Rivonia's dance piece first, and then we'll talk about the rest. And thank you all for joining us from Calcutta, from Manchester.
Can I just say what Rivonia is going to be doing now? Rivonia is going to start the session with the Kirtanam. It's a little dedication to Raja Rajeshwari, and it's in Janaranjani Ragam and Adi Talam. And we chose this piece just in this time of what we're all going through. There is a little enactment of a scene of Mahishasura Mardini. And just as the goddess killed Mahishasura Mardini, we just praying for all of us to get back to the safe life that we have, normal living.
Absolutely.
And so that is the first one Rivonia will be doing.
Thank you, Nitya. We also have Dr. Imtiaz Ahmed with us, who is our director for projects. Welcome, Imtiaz. Welcome back. Okay. Shall we continue, Rivonia?
Yeah, sure.
Morini, 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 Pukau, Degi Chuka, Magini, Raja, Pravagini, Morini, Mamadeka, Dapa, Mamadeka, Kita, Deka, Mapa, Deka, Mapa, Mamadeka, Dapa, Mamadeka, Kita, Deka, Mapa, Deka, Mapa, Mapa, Nika, 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 Matita Pandini Kanda Kanda Munda Kanda Matita Pandani Jaladani Nirandani Kanda Kanda Munda Kanda Matita Pandani Jaladani Nirandani Pandita Devu Dada Bhoshani Subhashini Diputishani Vara Bhutani Pandita Devu Dada Bhoshani Subhashini Diputishani Vara Bhutani Amarika, Papa Marika, Nisa de Gamapa, Gamapa, Amarika, Papa Marika, Nisa de Gamapa, Gamapa, Papa Banita, Adibanita, Gamapa, Papa Banita, Adibanita, Kari Sankadi Pagi Bhakti Sagarate Sadi Sagarate Sadi Sagarate Sadi.
Beautiful, beautiful, Rivonia. Thank you so much. Now, I have a question for Rivonia, which is one of our audience actually. They knew that Rivonia is going to be here today, so it's from all of us. Rivonia, tell us, your age, you are being brought up in a different country. You see a lot of Bollywood films, Bollywood dance, and all that lighter stuff. So, what motivated you to start Bharatnatyam?
When I come to this country, I was taken away from the tradition and the culture of India. And I started dance primarily because I wanted to have my own personal connection to the culture I've left behind. And dance was the best way to do that. When I see Bollywood films and all that type of culture, what differentiates that from what I do is the tradition, and that's why I stick with Bharatanatyam, because the tradition and culture is so rich, and this like continuous growth and depth to Bharatanatyam is something that I enjoy so much, and I think that's why I stick with it, because it keeps me in tune with the culture that my parents taught me about, the things that I'm missing out on. I feel a certain part comes with me when I dance. So that's why I continue to do Bharatanatyam rather than move to other, more popular perhaps, ways of dance.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Nritya, you are teaching in a different country, we don't have the mahol, as we call it in India. But I know you get up very early in the morning, you do your own practice, you learn from your guru. Obviously, that's the journey that we continue, Guru Shishya Parampara, and then you pass it on to your students like Rivonia. So please tell us about your experience teaching in overseas country, doing your own riyas, and at the same time teaching the younger generation as well.
Okay, I think at first like to actually say Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I think all of us are where we are in our own lives and our own journeys because of our gurus. Um, Obviously, right now we're talking about arts. I think our gurus come in various forms, starting right from our parents, our mothers and fathers who were our first gurus. And I think that's the most beautiful tradition that we have. And I love the fact that when Rivonia touched upon the fact that it's a part of our heritage and our culture, and that utmost respect we have and the reverence we have for our gurus. It's I think something very special. Even now, when I go back to India, I go to my guru, Srimati Revati Ramachandran, and I still cannot sit down in front of my guru because I think there's like a certain respect. It's almost like a godliness. We talk about Mata Pita Guru Devam, and after the mom and the dad, we talk about the guru the first. So teaching here, there is a slight I think at the start, when the young children come on to, because they are coming from a different, the way they're brought up, the first thing they do is they call you by name, which is like, straight away they say, Nritya, what do I do? And when you start inculcating, those little things right from the young age and say, have a little respect. And even when we do the namaskaram, we always go and, put our head down to the floor, not to say anything. We're not saying, but it's like humility. And I think our Indian arts teach us that. That's like a very, very, and there's a deep, I think, mind and the soul connection, which again, I'm so happy that Rivonia has maintained. And I think a lot of the students here who are learning any classical art form, I think have that connection, and that transfers when they are actually doing all other activities. And they actually are excelling in school and they're doing well in other extracurriculars. So I think keeping in touch with our heritage, and that sort of connects us with ourselves a bit better. And I think we grow as a person, our own personalities.
Very well said. I think. I mean, you. I mean, coming in this context is essentially the Guru Shishya Parampara. Obviously, in India, is much easily maintained than here in UK because everybody has got their busy lives, and so that would be very contrasting. Maybe not be contrasting, but very interesting. Two ways of looking at it. How in Britain we're looking at the Guru Shishya Parampara. How difficult it might be sometimes because of the circumstances, uh, versus when you are actually in India, in the middle of it, and there will be some. I'm pretty sure there will be some qualitative differences in terms of maintaining that, and I think the dedication to this parampara is so important, much more important here in the UK than perhaps in India, because you have to have that heart, that thing in your heart, in so much in it, to continue that and cherish that, in every aspect of your life. That's what you're talking about. My question is to Rivonia. Because I teach music as well, and I've got my students. However, you know, obviously you are busy with your study as well, and as your guru was telling us earlier, that it helps in your own aspects of studying or flourishing in whatever way you. Can you tell us about how do you feel about it? Why do you think that is so important in your life here in UK? Not the tradition, not parents' background. Forget about it. I'm just talking about how do you see dance in your own life here moving forward, and how do you want to take it?
So dance has always been, the moment I started dancing, dance was a huge love for me. I always loved being on stage and performing. So for me, going forward, dance is always going to be a big part of my life, whether that's performance, whether that's teaching on the side, it's learning, continuing to learn, because I think that's the beauty of the dancing, that it's not like it ends. Nityanti was telling me before that her training continues on throughout, even though she started teaching. So for me, in the UK, I just want to continue learning, continue developing. That's my main goal. I don't know where I'll take it, but now it's just developing, advancing, improving. So that's my main joy, really.
Thank you, Rivonia. Very good answers.
Yes, yes. I mean, just a very quick question on leading on to that. You do practice every day?
Well, now
I can see Nityadi is looking at you like that, because I do that to my students as well, which is fine.
well, I'm trying now because of the lockdown period. Yes, it comes with huge unpredictability, but for me, as a student, my whole life has been put on hold, and the only thing that I can continue on doing is dance. So right now, I'm trying to do it every day. But as you said before, we do have very busy schedules here in the UK. But yes, I want to practice more, and the only way you can improve is practice. So yeah, I ought to practice every day, but I am trying to do so.
So I'm coming to Rivonia's defense. As a student, I think Rivonia is somebody who's very dedicated, and that's like a very rare quality. And we know exactly, when I see her, I say, you've practiced it. So whatever piece of work you give Rivonia, she'll always go back and work on it and come back. And then there's always improvement. And I think that's, the riyaz that you do is so important for a personal development. When you are music, I think, you can do it alone, but sometimes with dance, the children want to just follow you. And I always say, please go back and do it in your own space, because at that time, then your personal journey is different.
Yeah.
And I think Rivonia follows that very well. She takes it away and she works on it and she comes back, and you can see the difference because of that process she puts into it.
And you need a very good guru as well to have that. Thank you.
Of course, to motivate the student. And I think as a guru, it's our part that we feel so satisfied when we see a student has done the task and, coming back that well practiced. That's the satisfaction as a guru as well, isn't it? Then you feel that, okay, I have been able to motivate my students to do
And
this.
I think you are also put on edge. You're like, oh my God, if she is doing so much, you then have to do that extra bit to be giving the student a little more. So I think it's a process which is like a mutual give and take. And I think both of us are growing through this process of learning and teaching. And I think that's the greatest. And I think the greatest satisfaction for me, I wouldn't call myself a guru, I'd call myself a teacher, because I think a guru is much more up there in terms of. So as a teacher, I think I get the most satisfaction when you see a student have that. And in those days with the beautiful Guru Shishya Parampara, they actually used to be living with the Guru. You used to be, eating with the Guru, drinking with the Guru, sleeping, the whole thing. So the process of honing is completely different. We could imbibe that. Maybe we could have residentials. That's the maximum we can do outside of India, where maybe have like an intensive or where they're literally eating, sleeping, drinking, dance. But coming, with the absence of that, I think, when there are students like Rivonia who will take the time outside the dance class to actually put the work in, and then they come back and ask you questions, you're like, okay, fine, we've got to do the work. So she also, so I think that's the greatest joy for me as a teacher.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We would like to hear a little bit of music now from Duti. Duti is in Calcutta. And as you can see, I'm going to actually have a debate between Duti and Rivonia. Somebody who is in UK practicing so much, and Duti being in Calcutta, being in that mahol. How much do you practice, Duti? You have to switch on your microphone. Yes. Clever.
Yeah. So actually, what happens when the school is going on, it becomes very difficult for me because actually I love to sleep, and so it becomes very difficult. Oh my god, I have to wake up at this time, then I have to practice, then I have to go to school. So it becomes very difficult that time. But now, as there's a lot of time, I am trying to practice more. And actually, what happens is still we are having online classes.
Mm.
So from sometimes it's from 8 and sometimes it's from 10. So it actually becomes easier because we are sitting in our houses and doing that, or else it would have been very difficult for us.
Mm.
So
And
it
I know
depends.
Duti's mother, Bipasha, she
Yes.
obviously encourages Duti a lot to practice. Bipasha, tell us about your experience as how you are encouraging Duti. I know the story behind, but please tell our audience.
Actually, frankly speaking, her genes helped me. My work has become a lot easier because both from her father's side and my side, there are so many people who are into singing and they are passionate about singing. So it was in her genes, and from a very early age, she was inclined towards classical
Mm.
based singing. She didn't like to listen to just the normal songs that people generally
Hindi
hear when they
songs.
are
Yeah.
young, or the normal Bollywood songs. She was always into the classical based songs, and so we noticed it early. And then we came to know of Shruti Nandan, where she's learning currently, which is Pandit Ajay Chakraborty's school.
Mm-hmm.
And that also made the work much easier because there the environment is very the typical Guru Shishya Parampara is more or less still followed there. And
Mm.
we will be able to discuss in details where they have this Georgia classes from time to time, where Guruji personally takes their classes and he sees to it that they love to practice it is not only the always scolding type. Okay, so
Yeah.
it is always like they stay there for consecutively 2 or 3 days, and they have their lunch there, and they are even given a few like half an hour or 1 hour or so for them to have a short nap even, and make it all the more encouraging so that it doesn't appear it is very serious and all. So these Georgia classes from time to time help them to uh, be more in love with this form of singing. And my part is not only to encourage her, but also a lot of cheating is also there. So it is all together. So it's from the age of 5 she's learning at Shruti Nandan. So she's continuing it still, and we hope to continue it in the future.
Mm. Shall we hear a little bit music from Duti now?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think
Duti,
it's
sing something little for us, please.
yeah.
So I'm singing one song from Mahalaya. So since she had started with something related to Ma Durga, so I am also starting with something like that. So I would request a minute just to settle myself.
While she's settling, I mean, it's the tempura is bigger than her size, isn't it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's a bit difficult for me to control.
That's fantastic. You keep doing it. I just want to make sure that we enjoy your time of preparation as well, because otherwise it becomes very sort of
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Just keep doing it. It's okay. We're gonna chit chat in between, so it should be fine, just to relax you down. Yeah, good. Tell us when you're ready.
So I'm starting.
Yeah. Also, can you when you play the
So
tanpura?
am I audible?
Yeah. So when you play tanpura, can you play very your sound should be a little bit less
Yeah.
normal time. Yeah. Otherwise, your voice is going to be a problem. Yeah.
अखिलो বিমানে তব জয় গানে অখিল বিমানে তব জয় গানে যে সম রব অখিল বিমানে তব জয় গানে বাজে সেই সুরে সোনার সুরে সে নব অখিল বিমানে তব জয় গানে হে আলো আলো তিমির মিলালো হে আলো আলো তিমির মিলালো তব জ্যোতি সুধার চেতনা বিলালো রাগিনী যে চিরে গাহিল মধুরে সে বই ভাব অখিল বিমানে তব জয় গানে অখিল বিমানে তব জয় গানে অখিল বিমানে তব জয় গানে
বাহ,
Aha. খুব ভালো।
beautiful Duti. Very, very nice. I feel very proud to say that Rivonia, who is a little darling, one of our very close friends' daughter. রিভুনিয়াকে বলতে গেলে জন্মাতে দেখেছি, বড় হতে দেখেছি, and Duti is my little niece, my brother's daughter. So I feel very proud to be here and really proud to present to you on my Mehfil Guru Shishya Parampara. It's really a blessed moment for me.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've got a very simple question.
Yeah.
I mean, Duti, you weigh more or Tanpura weigh more? It was a trick question. It was fantastic. It was so beautifully sung. And
you.
I mean, it was like absolutely fabulous. My mind was completely blown away with this beautiful rendition, like the dance performance earlier. So it's fantastic. I mean, it's fantastic to see you two are in two different countries, but you are actually following the same tradition with such devotion. It's fantastic to see. And like we're saying, this session is particularly about Guru Shishya Parampara, how Guru Shishya Parampara can bring out the best of the children or the students across the globe. Not only, it doesn't matter whether you have to be in India or in UK or in Australia or in USA. It doesn't matter. As long as you can continue this Guru Shishya Parampara anywhere in the world. That's the message that we want to obviously see. And also, you are the ambassador of that message across the globe. So, very, very pleased with your performances. Excellent.
Rivonia, what do we see next from you? But I'm sure Nitya would like to tell us, Nitya would like to give us something about the next piece, right?
So before we feed I think we do need to say we can do all the work, but I think the parents' dedication, I think, has to be complimented. I know that Rivonia's mom Megha brings her at all times. Shantanu sometimes is dropped, and they wait around and do so I think that much dedication has to come from the parents as well.
Absolutely.
And I think he is very lucky to have her parents support her completely. So well done.
Yeah, that's definite. But I'm just saying, it's a team effort. Let's put it this way.
Absolutely. So Rivonia is now going to do Atillana. Atillana usually is like a finale piece, and it's quite a peppy number. This is set in a ragam called Mohana Kalyani, and it's been composed by Lalgudi Jayaramji. It's in Adi Talam, and there is a small little. So in Bharatanatyam, we have three different aspects. We do Nritta and Abhinaya. So Nritta being just the pure dance pieces, but there's also a little bit of an Abhinaya or expressional piece within that, and that is to actually Lord Muruga. The reason why I also chose Lord Muruga is Lord Muruga or Kartikeya or Subramanya is usually prayed for good health. So this is just to wish everybody good health and happiness. So Mohana Kalyani Tillana.
Thank you.
Takata janu din tada janu din takate lana. Takata janu din tada janu din takate lana. Tirana tirana takata janu din tada janu din takate lana. Tirana tirana takata janu din tada janu din takate lana. Tirana tirana takata janu din tada janu din takate lana. Tirana tirana takata janu din tada janu din takate lana. Tirana tirana takata janu din tada janu din takate lana. Tirana tirana takata janu din tada janu din takate lana. Tirana tirana takata janu din tada janu din takate lana. Tirana tirana takata janu din tada janu din takate lana. janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana dirana 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 tana tadim ta ke tatadu tana tadim dim ke tatadu tana tadim ta ke tatadu tadam tana tadim dim ke tatadu tadam tana tadim ta ke tatadu tatadu tana tadim dim ke tatadu tatadu tana tadim ta ke tatadu tatadu tana tadim dim ke tatadu 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 kina don pisa kina don pisa tatadu din tara janu din tatadana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din tatadana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din tatadana sundara mohana rupam vandita munijanana sundara mohana rupam vandita munijanana saltakavalekadam chintaye guruvaram saltakavalekadam chintaye guruvaram sundara mohana rupam vandita munijanana saltakavalekadam chintaye guruvaram tatadanu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana dirana dirana raka janu din tara janu din satirana satirana satirana
Excellent.
Bah, that
Fantastic.
was beautiful. That was beautiful, Rivonia. I can see some comments here. I don't know whether I am able to see all the comments, but Supriya Guho, Kali Krishna Guho, Shumita Mitra, Shargori Basu, Shumanta Gupta, এরা সবাই দেখছেন। চয়নিকা চক্রবর্তী কলকাতা থেকে রয়েছেন সঙ্গে, বৈশালী, কাঞ্জিলাল, পাঞ্চালী বাসু, রিয়া গুহ দাস, অনেকে, অরূপ মাইতি, তপন ভট্টাচার্য, সুমন্ত গুপ্তা, everybody is watching, and Suparna Das Gupta, they are saying excellent, amazing, both Rivonia and Duti. See, such talents we have. Guru Shishya Parampara is passing on our tradition. Thank you, Nritya, for teaching us so beautifully.
Absolute pleasure. I think I'm very lucky to have a student like Rivonia.
Yeah. Now, Rivonia, what is your question to Duti? Or Duti, if you have a question to Rivonia, I'll leave you two here now.
Perhaps just how do you, it's a very different world in India than I believe I have here. What really drew you to this classical form of singing? Because obviously that's not what I usually hear. So what drew you to it?
So actually, I know because when I was small, from that time, I used to listen to all these songs. And then slowly, when I grew up, I got more attracted towards this form of music. So after that, from the age of 5, I'm learning in Shruti Nandan. So I will share a few experiences of the Charja class we have there. So actually, before this year, we used to have the Charja class for 1 day. But from this year, we are having it for 3 days. So actually what happens is Guruji himself stays with us, and we learn from him. Every day we sit in the Charja class, and what happens is we, except for sleeping at night, we do everything there. Like from the morning, we have lunch there, we have a short nap there, and then we are always practicing with Guruji. And I love the dedication that Guruji has, because what happens is we, as students, when we sit, he also as a teacher, he sits for the same time that we sit. So for that time, I am like amazed, how can he do this? Means like us, he is also always sitting with us and teaching us constantly. And this time for 3 days we had that. Then I was even more amazed that for 3 days, how is he continuing to do this? And actually he stays with us, like when we eat, he stands there. And he, sometimes I'll share that sometimes he says that, oh, you eat more, if you want more we can give you, no problem. So it is like something like a home like environment. And our Guruma, especially Guruma, she's like somewhat like our mother, because when we stay there, she's always, oh, do this, do that, eat, go to sleep. Like this is what we have during the classes. I'm actually very happy that I have got this
Such an institution.
yeah, not only such an institution, such a guru, such a guruma. So this is my answer to your question, Ruboni.
Your mic is muted. Your mic is mute.
Yeah, I muted it.
I'm saying that you are very lucky to have it now, like in a Guru Shishya tradition, that you at least get a glimpse of how it used to be, staying with your Guru in the Guru's house and do everything together. Now, can we hear a little bit of, now I know you are amazed to see your Guru teaching you. Now, can we have a little bit of amazing music from you, Duti? What are you going to present for?
So, will I present Rag Iman?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. So again, I have to take 1 minute time from everybody so
Okay.
that I can settle myself.
That's amazing stories that Ruti was saying, how Sutinandan is running their program
Mhm.
uh, of teaching the students. Because I remember uh, in, I think, 80s, I think, or early 90s, I think, if I'm right, early 90s, uh, Ajay Chakraborty ji was going around and was performing and was asking, obviously not asking, I mean, it's kind of raising money for his institution, Sutinandan, and it's such a lovely to see that the product of that. Again, we're talking about Guru Shishya Parampara, and maybe there will be another way, another talk we could look at how the traditional one-to-one teaching of Guru Shishya Parampara can be given by an institution like Sutinandan or any other institutions. How, what, that's quite interesting, because often we hear, for example, if you go for a music class or music, sort of department, you can get a degree, but you may not learn to perform that way that the parampara is there. But it's fantastic to see the Sutinandan being an institution there. They're still having that Guru Shishya Parampara experience for their students, which is fantastic.
Fantastic. Yes. Yeah. You ready, Diti?
Yes. So I would apologize because I know there will be mistakes because always there is some mistake. So I would apologize beforehand. मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार कब आओगे मोरे मंदरवा कब आओगे मोरे मंदरवा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम गरे निरे सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम मम नरी सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम मगर गन से मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार कब आओगे मोरे मंदरवा कब आओगे आओगे कब आओगे मोरे मंदरवा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार मदनी दनी द मम मगरे सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी गगरे गनी दनी गगरे गरे सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी तेरे ग मम मगरे गगरे सनी सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी मम ग मद द मद सनी दनी सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार मैं बारी बारी गगरे गनी दनी मम गरे सनी द मम मम गरे गगरे सनी सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी मम ग मद द मद सनी द मम मम सनी द मम 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 गरे गरे सनी सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी नीले नीले करे ग म म मद मद सनी सनी सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी नीद प म गरे ग म गरे ग गरे सनी सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी तेरे गरे मामा गरे ग मामा गरे गरे सनी सनी सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी बेदम प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी मद मद मामा पापा गरे सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी बेदम प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी गरे गरे सनी सा मामा गरे ग मामा गरे ग गरे सनी सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी बेदम प्यार मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी बेदम प्यार मैं बारी बारी नीरे ग रे ग म ग म द म द नी सा नी द म म द म म म ग रे ग म म ग रे ग रे सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी बेदम प्यार जाऊंगी तेरे ग म ग रे ग म म ग द म द नी सा मैं बारी बारी जाऊंगी बेदम प्यार Re ga ma ga ma da ma ni da ni da ni da ni da ma da ni da ma da ma ga re da ma ri jaungi bina pyar ma ri jaungi re ga re ma ga re ga ma ga ma da ma ga re ga ma ga da da ma ga re ga ma ga re ga re da ni da ma ri jaungi bina pyar ma ri jaungi bina pyar कब आओगे आओगे कब आओगे कब आओगे कब आओगे आओगे कब आओगे आओगे कब आओगे आओगे कब आओगे मोरे मनरवा कब आओगे आओगे कब आओगे आओगे कब आओगे मोरे मनरवा कब आओगे मनरवा कब आओगे मोरे मनरवा मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार मेरे गारे गा 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 नहीं नहीं गा 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 मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार जाऊंगी बिना प्यार मामा गा 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 नहीं नहीं गा 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 नहीं नहीं मामा गा 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 नहीं गा मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार जाऊंगी बिना प्यार मामा गा गा नहीं नहीं गा पा गा 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 जा मामा गा गा चली दा मामा पता नहीं दा मामा गा मामा गा गा नहीं दा मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार जाऊंगी बिना प्यार मेरे गारे गा मा गा दा मा नी दा दा मा दा नी दा मा दा मा गा 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 जा मा गा गा पता नहीं दा मा गा रे गा मा गा रे गा गा रे नी दा मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार कब आओगे मोरे मनरवा कब आओगे मोरे मनरवा मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार जाऊंगी बिना प्यार निरे निरे रे गा 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 मना गे गा मना गे से गा मना गे जा मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार जाऊंगी बिना प्यार निरे रे गा रे गा गा मना नी रे गा मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार कब आओगे मोरे मनरवा कब आओगे मोरे मनरवा मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार फूलवन सेज सवारूंगी वादिन फूलवन सेज सवारूंगी वादिन फूलवन सेज वादिन फूलवन सेज सवारूंगी वादिन प्राण पिया जब मुरे घर आइला प्राण पिया जब मुरे घर आइला फूलवन सेज सवारूंगी वादिन फूलवन सेज सवारूंगी वादिन प्राण पिया जब मोरे घर आइला प्राण पिया जब मोरे घर आइला प्राण पिया जब मोरे घर आइला घर डालूंगी 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 मोतिया की हरवा मैं वारी जाऊंगी बिना प्यार मैं वारी जाऊंगी मैं वारी जाऊंगी मैं वारी जाऊंगी पीता प्यार
वाह, very nice, very nice. Imtiaz, do you have any question for Nritya?
Question for who are you talking about?
Nritya? Nritya.
Oh, Nritya, sorry. Okay, my apologies. So no, yes, but let me just touch on Duti a little bit, because I was just it was a fantastic performance, Duti, and we loved
Thank
your
you.
performance. And importantly, you are playing the tanpura. You're not using the electronic tanpura. That is also very interesting to see. Purely, you can see that this is a proper training that I can, at least in my, I mean, I don't know music much, but whatever I can understand is that to tune even tanpura, you need to have a proper training and proper ear. It often says your half is listening, half is your obviously voice. So from that point of view, it's fantastic, for me to see that you're performing so well, and you will have all our blessings with you, and you
Thank
go a
you.
long way with your music. Fantastic. Um, for I mean, Nitya, they had told us all the things that so far. Um, Question, it's not a question, but it's a feeling. um Often as a teacher, I know that a lot of students, they may have had a lot of potentials, but because we are in this environment of, obviously, in the UK or in Western countries, and a lot of them can become, most of them probably will not take dance as their profession, and even may not want to take it further, or may not even dance ever when they graduate, and then go into professions. And when you see, say, when a very promising student couldn't actually fulfill the potentiality, or didn't want to go through the whole journey of the art, and it's often quite frustrating for, as a teacher. Like, I put so much effort to certain students. I'm just talking about a different aspect of it, because it's a completely different aspect. And how do you think how do you feel then? I mean, I know that you have a motivation that obviously takes you to this, but certainly in our countries, it can sometimes make you feel a little bit, am I doing the right thing, and should I do something else to actually encourage my students? And how do you feel about that? I'm pretty sure it is an experience on all of our teachers here in UK.
Um, I think we've all actually been through the journey as students ourselves.
Yeah.
When we have our own families or our professions, sometimes it takes a back seat. But then I think if you're truly, that connection pulls you back into the art form. Sometimes I think it is all about, if you have to earn a living from what you're doing, is that enough to sustain you? For some people it is, for some people, and also some people have this feeling, oh, she's become a doctor, she shouldn't be dancing, or she doesn't have the time to dance. I think I'm very, right now, in a space where I actually have quite a few adult learners who themselves have, like, learned it when they were younger, but haven't actually made it. They haven't had a time when they were
Mm.
looking at the careers of families. And I think it's really nice to see that, they bring their daughters to come and dance, and then they're like, oh, can we also do? So we have quite a few mom daughters dancing in the class, and I think that is quite an interesting. But coming to the UK, I think there are quite a few, organizations which sort of, support you with your professional career. I think there is the ISTD, which is the Imperial Society of Teachers of Dancing. There's quite a few people who actually do professional, because I mean, I do ISTD. My students go through the exam process, and they actually do. I mean, Rivonia has actually started the vocational training for it, and she's actually completed her intermediate foundation level, and she's now going to go into the next level. And there, when they start doing the vocational training, they not only do the dancing, but when they're doing the dancing, they learn other aspects. They learn how to sing, they learn how to keep the beat with we call it a tatakari, where you actually keep the beat. They learn the actual rhythm of it. So I think our best we can do is to make them complete. But, if there is a spark in them, they will take it further, I'm
Yeah.
sure. And that's all we can provide as teachers, I think.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. What my feeling is that we can only implant at least the seed into their
Yes.
mind, and at any point, maybe in their journey, as a parent, maybe they would bring it out. and probably teach their children, or they restart learning. And that's, that's exactly what probably, we can do and hope for the best. Yeah.
And I think arts will bring you together. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Nitya, please do you think Rivonia could demonstrate a little bit the step by step as she has started learning Bharatanatyam? Because I'm sure a lot of children would like to see what is
Uh-huh.
the like. They come for vocal lessons, we teach them Saregamapa, then the paltas, then the tenthas, and all that
Yeah.
is one step at a time. So if you could please just demonstrate a little bit on Bharatanatyam, what is the first thing they learn, and then how you take it forward? I think people would love to watch it.
Okay, so we follow something called an Adavu system, which is basic foundation or steps, and we start off with basic just Tattadavu. Rivonia, would you want to just do some simple Tattadavus? So when a student comes in at the start, obviously it's all about coordination. So once they do the namaskaram, which Rivonia did at the start of her session. Uh, do it in Stanakam, do it in Stanakam. All it is when we start is just like a stamping step. So you just give me teya, tei, teya, tei, teya, tei. So that's basically the first bits we start off with. We then complicate it and then get into the stance of dance, which is most of the time, which is your ramandi or half sitting. And could you give me any tattadavu based on, just complicate it a bit further? Maybe number 7, tai tai takka tai tai tam. So we make it into patterns, so building patterns in their head. Yeah, go on, ready? 3 on the right, 1 on the left. 2, 3, swap legs. 1, 2, 3. So literally, it's still the stamping step. You just start to complicate it a little bit. Then we bring in other aspects of the foot. At the start, we most of the time work on the feet. So we do like the toe step, do the mettadavu, basically, just like the toe and ditte ditte. So you start working on the toes, whether you take it behind or take it to the side. Then we do the heel one, where you take it out, just the heel one. And they keep, so as we keep going along this process, the steps get complicated more as we go. So could you give me any tayum tatta tayum taha, any natadu Rivonia, anything you want? Yeah, just give me, yeah, go for it. Tayum tatta tayum taha. So then we start to bring in the arms and the feet. This is the most hard, for a child, especially when they're learning how to put the coordination together. This gets a bit complicated because things are going up. I mean, you have to look somewhere, and this is a process. So the whole Adavu system takes about 2 or 3 years. But obviously, we don't just do this. We start bringing in shlokas and other parts of storytelling. So we might do just a simple Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. I think that will be quite, if you can do Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. Yeah. I'll just do it as a prayer. So Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we start to teach them the shlokas and the meaning, and start putting any, the hands to it. Rivonia, any shloka you would like to do? Anything you would like to do is fine. You want to do Mushika Vahana, Angikam Bhuvanam? That's okay. If I could have a video, if I could have my video back on, I'll just invite Rivonia. So I will, if she could follow. So if Rivonia could have my, if the tech person could put me on as well.
Imran, can you put us
Imran,
back?
if you could put me on as well. Yeah.
No.
But we need both Rivonia and me together. So that's it. If all of us are on it, that's absolutely fine too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So when we start teaching the Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, so Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So this is a technique which I had to develop myself because we were never taught like this when we were in India. But here I have to flip everything. So I have to do it on my left so the student actually learns it on the right. So it's like an X-ray image in your head, and you've got to start doing it. We'll do a little shloka which is on Shiva or Nataraja, which talks about Nataraja being his body is the universe. So Angikam, I'm not mirroring yet. So
Yeah, that's
Angikam, Bhuvanam, the words he speaks, Yasya Vachikam, Sarva Vangmayam are all the sounds I hear. Aharyam, his jewelry. Chandra Taradim are the moon and stars. And to you I pray, Tham Numaha, Satvikam, Shivam. Okay, so Rivanya, if you could do that, please. Ready? Yeah. Angikam, Bhuvanam Yasya Vachikam Sarvavangmayam Aharyam Chandra Taradhi Tam Numa Satvikam Shivam. So these sort of things are actually even at like very beginner stage they start to build. So they know that they have to use their hands and their feet, and they start to tell shlokas and stuff. And as they keep going along, the steps start getting complicated, and then we start putting them into little sequences. And by the time Rivonia has been learning it quite a few years, we then start experimenting with new repertoire, and we build their own repertoire. Interspersing pure dance with Abhinaya. Rivunya has actually done quite a few. I mean, we have developed a few Robindra Sangeet. She's done quite a few, but with Bharatanatyam movements. So then she's got the vocabulary of Bharatanatyam, but we use that into different, we've even done things like, I think Indian ragas do a lot of fusion music. So even like an Ed Sheeran song like Shape of You, they've done it to a Carnatic version. And that then becomes very relatable for the kids growing here. So even though we have given them the actual nurturing, the nutrition is Bharatanatyam, then you start to do a little bit of fusion. So you include your Chinese food and your Italian food and whatever. If you start bringing that in and say, look, you can actually do your Bharatanatyam to those songs as well, not entire. So then they start relating to it, I think, to an extent, and it becomes more exciting. And I think it's very different teaching here from what I learned. When we learned it, it was just like you've got to do it, and you just do it. You had that fear of. Whereas here, I think you've got to have a little kind of play with the children. You build their confidence. But I think just a little message for both Rivonia and Dyuti is like, you guys, amazing young women. Just treat your art with the same respect, your dedication and your devotion, and most of all, the obedience that you have right now. I think you'll go a really, really long way.
I agree with you. Yeah, we are almost towards the end of our session. If Rivonia could just do a little bit of maybe a small piece of dancing, and then we are going to end with Duti's singing. Duti said she has learned a Guru Vandana, so I would like to end with the Guru Vandana. But before that, Rivonia could do a little piece of, and then we end the session today.
Okay.
Sorry.
I just interject just one thing because one thing is missing because you've requested Rivonia to ask a question to Duti, but Duti hasn't asked the return question yet. But I don't know if that's in the plan or not.
Duti can, but I think we are towards the end of the session, so I don't know whether.
just a.
Okay, shall we have Rivonia's dance piece now, please, and then we have Duti, and then we end the session today. Thank you, Rivonia, for being with us today.
My pleasure. Rivonia, would you like to do the Jati, Varnam Jati, the Trikala Jati? So we had prepared with the music 2 pieces today. So we'll probably do that Jumta, Jurnuta. You want to try that?
Yeah, sure. I just don't have the music. So. Okay.
You want to do the new Varnam Jati, darling? The new Varnam.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Jum. Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is something we're doing very impromptu because okay, go for it, Rivonia. Talang kutakadi kutakata dik kinatom ta di di mi kit ta ta ke na ke jum ta jum ta ke di mi kit ta ta ke na ke jum ta jum ta di dimmi kitta takkana ke jum ta jum takka di dimmi kitta takkana ke jum ta jum tada di dimmi kitta takkana ke jum ta jum takka di dimmi kitta takkana ke jum ta jum taddi tam tam tom tom kitataka nam nam kitataka takundari kitataka taddi tam tam tom tom kitataka kitataka takundari kitataka taditta takata dingina tom tap taditta takata dingina tom tap taditta takata dingina tom tadiko tom. Okay, thank you.
Lovely. Rivonia, I know that I did ask you to prepare 2 sets of dance, but this was so impromptu, and this is what I like. This is what is Indian music all about. You just do it there and there. You don't have to prepare for hours. You don't have to have the music.
No.
That was lovely, Rivonia. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best, my dear. Lots and lots of love to you.
Fantastic.
Lots of love.
So
Thank
because
you, Nritya.
it's
My
a-
And we
pleasure.
are
Thank you.
end with Duti's Guru Vandana. Duti, would you like to sing the Guru Vandana and we end the session today, please?
Yeah. So will I start?
Yes, please.
शरीरं स्वरूपं सदा रोगमुक्तं यशश्चारुचित्रं धनं मेरुतुल्यं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चिन्नलग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चिन्नलग्नं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं शरीरं स्वरूपं सदा रोगमुक्तं यशश्चारुचित्रं धनं मेरुतुल्यं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चिन्नलग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चिन्नलग्नं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं कलत्रं धनं पुत्रपौत्रादि सर्वं कलत्रं धनं पुत्रपौत्रादि सर्वं गृहं बान्धवः सर्वमेतद्विजातं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चिह्नलग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चिह्नलग्नं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं षडङ्गादिवेद शास्त्रविद्या षडङ्गादिवेदो मुखे शास्त्रविद्या कवित्वं च गद्यं सुपद्यं करोति गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चिह्नलग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चिह्नलग्नं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं शरीरं स्वरूपं सदा रोगमुक्तं यशश्चारुचित्रं धनं मेरुतुल्यं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चिन्नलग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चिन्न किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं. So that's all.
Thank you very much for the introduction.
Beautiful.
I would also like to thank
That's beautiful.
and Shantanu, Megha and Shantanu for supporting us and supporting Rivonia. I would like to thank Bipasha and Joydeep Chakraborty for their support to Duti and for supporting us today here. And thank you again, Nritya, for
My
a
pleasure.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Many
We'll see you all soon. To all our viewers, thank you for watching us and see these little angels, the amazing talent they have, being in different countries or being in India, the way they are maintaining the Guru Shishya Parampara tradition. I'm very pleased and I'm very hopeful that yes, our heritage, the Parampara, is going to continue more and the journey will continue more. I'm really pleased. So we have the next session on Wednesday, the 13th of May with Pandit Arnab Chattopadhyay and Pandit Hindol Majumdar, tabla and vocal. So see you all there. Stay tuned. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.